I can't do New York. I just don't, I don't feel like it.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the most well-known celebrities who were offered roles as either a cast member or host on Saturday Night Live, but passed on the opportunity.
You'll need that light, Johnny.
What?
For the shot.
What shot?
Why, your crane shot.
Number 10, Orlando Bloom.
What's happening out there?
Shall I describe it to you? Or would you like me to find you a box?
With major roles in the Pirates of the Caribbean and the Lord of the Rings franchises, Orlando Bloom was a hot commodity in Hollywood in the 2000s. In 2007, while promoting the third film in the Pirates series, he was offered the opportunity to host Saturday Night Live, but declined.
Why didn't you tell me you were planning this?
It was my burden to bear.
At the time, the actor felt particularly insecure and cited this as his reason for turning down the hosting gig. Also, as SNL requires hosts and cast members to read lines off of cue cards, Bloom noted that this would have been challenging for him, given his dyslexia. However, he has since gained a broader perspective on life and would jump on the Studio 8H stage in a heartbeat.
What is it you want most?
Number 9, Charlie Barnett.
Wake up! I got to have it this evening. I got to be funny. I'm making a comeback.
Eddie Murphy remains one of the greatest stars to ever come from SNL, but many do not know that he only secured a spot on the show because another comedian turned down the opportunity. That comedian was Charlie Barnett.
I said to myself, damn! Hang in there, brother.
Through the late 70s and early 80s, Barnett gained a reputation in New York City for his raunchy street performances. He auditioned for SNL in 1980 and impressed the producers, but due to insecurities about his reading skills, Barnett chose not to attend the follow-up read-through. Consequently, his spot was given to Murphy, which initially sparked resentment from Barnett. Nevertheless, he went on to carve out a successful career in film and TV before his untimely demise in 1996.
So you fellas want to do business together or what? You know, I'm kind of thirsty. Y'all got any Perrier around with a twist?
Number 8, Bonnie Hunt.
Play the game, Sarah.
Oh, no.
Fine. Just give me the dice and you can go home. You don't have to play.
Thank you, Alan. Oh my God!
Today, Bonnie Hunt is known for her roles in films like Jumanji and Cheaper by the Dozen, as well as her voice performance in the Cars franchise. In the early 90s, Hunt's impressive work in the renowned improv troupe Second City caught the attention of SNL creator Lorne Michaels. She was offered a position on the show but rejected it due to concerns that it would restrict her preferred improvisational style.
You ripped out my heart, threw it up in the air, kicked it, and then stomped on it.
Well, I didn't know I was doing
Well, you were
it.
doing that.
Hunt also noted the gender imbalance on the show at the time, highlighting a disparity in the subsequent career trajectories of female cast members compared to their male counterparts. She would go on to forge her own path, eventually hosting her own syndicated variety talk show.
Wait a second, is my purse gone? And I thought, oh, well, thank goodness I have my keys, and it doesn't matter, I don't need my purse because I'm going on audition, I'm going to be rich and famous, so it's not going to matter, right?
Number 7, Ben Stiller.
He sucked. Not very good at all. Not very good. No.
What was he doing?
For most performers, getting on SNL is a prospect they can only dream about. But for Ben Stiller, that dream became reality when he landed a part on the show in 1989 after his short films captured the attention of Lorne Michaels. However, after appearing in only 4 episodes, Stiller chose to leave.
You got a real talent. You're good, but you're a flake.
I'm a flake.
It's good.
Ooh, that's good.
His decision stemmed from the realization that live performances weren't his strongest suit, given his tendency to get very nervous. Also, he wanted to continue making short films, but wasn't allowed to do so on the show. Following his departure, he created the sketch series The Ben Stiller Show, which was cancelled after just 1 season, but set the stage for his remarkable career.
It's a comedy thing, we do lots of little funny films, hopefully funny. I don't know, we gotta start it up, so I don't know. Anybody have any ideas on how to start the show?
Number 6, Mindy Kaling.
Meredith, what are you doing? I could be pregnant.
Okay, no.
Oh, my resolution was to get more attention.
Mindy Kaling is perhaps best known for her role as Kelly Kapoor on The Office. The show launched Kaling into Hollywood stardom and paved the way for her to create several other series. However, Kaling's career could have taken an entirely different direction.
Like if you grew up thinking that the SNL and that lifestyle was like, you know, your name in the credits, walking through the SNL streets with the like,
being at the after party, being at the end of the show and everyone's standing on stage and all schmoozing with one another.
Yeah, it was like I'll be sitting on Seth Meyers' lap.
According to The Entertainer, she was offered a chance to audition for SNL halfway through the second season of The Office. Following her audition, she was offered a job as writer with the potential to eventually become a cast member. Although starring on SNL was her childhood dream, Kaling turned down the offer, choosing to remain on The Office. Even she acknowledges the significant impact that decision could have had on her career trajectory.
Even though I didn't do well, I could kind of rationalize it to myself. It was like, well, I have this other job that people there might even want that job instead. So where I got to act and everything.
Number 5, Johnny Knoxville.
My name is Johnny Knoxville, and today I'm going to jump the LA River.
Although it later became a major hit, Johnny Knoxville and his crew faced an uphill battle bringing Jackass to the screen. Despite initial challenges pitching the show to various networks, they eventually secured a deal with MTV. While filming the pilot, SNL producers caught wind of the concept and offered Knoxville an opportunity to create 5-minute stunt segments for the show. However, Knoxville declined their offer.
At the end of the day, it's like, am I going to go into a situation where I have no control, or am I going to bet on myself and bet on my friends?
It was a huge gamble, but luckily it paid off in the end. It's amusing to think that there is a parallel universe where Jackass was never made. Thankfully, we're not living in it.
It's so rare to have the chemistry of a group of people that come together to make something like this. And every single person is so important to the mix.
Number 4, Amy Sedaris.
My friend Tim Meadows and Chris Farley were on SNL.
So that's your group. Yeah, no, they do pretty well.
Now, SNL, that's kind of the tank these days. What do you think of the
Who asked him anything? Who asked you anything?
In 1995, Janine Garofalo decided to leave SNL after only 6 months as a cast member. This departure left a gap in the show that Lorne Michaels needed to fill. Seeking another young, edgy female comic, Michaels turned to Amy Sedaris and offered her a spot.
And that was, I have to say, that was a very funny show.
Oh, I'm so happy.
I had a couple martinis before it, but I really enjoyed it.
And then you maybe hit a meeting or two.
Sedaris had cut her teeth at Chicago's Second City and was gaining traction in New York, performing in an experimental off-Broadway show called One Woman Shoe. However, the comedian was already fulfilled with the experience of working on her own show, so she declined the opportunity. Later that year, she began starring in the Comedy Central sketch series Exit 57, marking the beginning of her successful comedy career.
Paul and I were just talking about your competitive streak. Always gotta win.
I don't always have to win. I just did.
Oh.
Number 3, John Candy. Legendary Canadian actor and comedian John Candy got his start as a member of Second City in Toronto.
He was a star, and he had a show called Street Beef, and he was a man. Take him for all in all, and they shall not see his like again.
The Canadian branch would launch the careers of future SNL stars such as Dan Aykroyd, Gilda Radner, and Martin Short. In 1980, Candy was poised to join their ranks. Amid the shakeup at the NBC series that year, producer Dick Ebersol sought to entice Candy, already a star on the Toronto-based SCTV sketch show, over to SNL.
Oh, I had talent. I have more talent than this little finger.
Preferring not to be embroiled in a tug-of-war between both shows, the comedian turned down the offer and remained at SCTV. Nevertheless, there was no love lost, as Candy went on to host SNL in 1983.
Well, I hope you enjoyed this good little talk we had. I know I did. I've got to be going now, Tom.
Number 2, Katherine OHara.
It's my first live special, and it's going to be so alive, it's scary.
Much like John Candy, Katherine OHara began her journey at Toronto's Second City troupe and eventually became a cast member on SCTV. In the early 80s, while the future of the sketch series hung in the balance, OHara secured a position on the 6th season of SNL.
Oh, thank you. I am shocked and delighted to be here.
The actress had already taken headshots and begun rehearsing sketches, but she never quite fit in there. As luck would have it, SCTV was renewed for another season with NBC, and O'Hara was invited by the producers to return. After a brief 2-week stint as an SNL cast member, O'Hara quit the show before the season even began, and went back to SCTV.
Ooh, I did.
Watch what you say, young lady.
I'll say whatever I like. It's my show.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. Jennifer Aniston.
So you want to tell us now, or are we waiting for 4 wet bridesmaids?
Around the same time she landed her breakthrough role as Rachel Green on Friends, Jennifer Aniston was presented with another significant opportunity, a spot as a cast member on SNL. However, the actress opted for Friends over SNL, due to her concerns about the perceived mistreatment of the female cast members and the show's boys' club atmosphere.
You lectured Lauren.
I didn't lecture. I was just saying what I would hope if I was to do this, what I would hope it to be.
And did he look at you like just, hey, who are you to tell?
At the time, this seemed like a ridiculous decision, seeing as Friends had not yet premiered. So there was no way of knowing how successful it was going to be. Needless to say, her choice paid off, as the show exceeded expectations, becoming a ratings and cultural giant, and earning Aniston an Emmy for Outstanding Lead Actress in a Comedy.
I just have to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. This has been the greatest 9 years of my entire life.
What other celebrities do you know of that were not ready for prime time? Let us know in the comments.
It always really intimidated me how funny and clever that show is. So when I was asked to do it, long ago, I always said no because I was just too afraid.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.